What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to another very exciting Liverpool transfer news video. And David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano and other journalists are reporting that Liverpool are closing in on a deal to sign the talented centre-back Marc Guehi, the England international. Liverpool are closing in on a deal for him, and we will get all the details for you guys in this video of this transfer deal, but we will also talk about Luis Diaz, because apparently he wants to leave Liverpool because Liverpool are not offering Luis Diaz a contract that he thinks he deserves. So let me know, do you think it's the perfect time to sell Luis Diaz? He's going to turn 29 years old next season, and Liverpool might not want to give him as high a contract as what Florian Wirtz is on. But Liverpool's recruitment team touched base with Marc Guehi's agent and representatives as early as March, and that was exclusively revealed, and now Liverpool are ready to accelerate negotiations with the England international, with Kwanza's move to Bayer Leverkusen. It's pretty much all but official. Kwanza is undergoing his medical tests in the next few days, and then he will be announced as a new Leverkusen player. But Liverpool definitely want to sign a replacement for Kwanza, and Marc Guehi is the perfect candidate. He's just 24 years old. He has 1 year left on his contract, so Liverpool could get him for a cut price deal, and he captained Crystal Palace to their first ever trophy. What an FA Cup final it was, beating Man City 1-0, and Crystal Palace made history. And Crystal Palace are aware that the player himself has no desire to renew his contract. He wants to leave either this summer or next summer on a free transfer. But Marc Guehi would need to play regularly for whatever club he is at next season if he wants to line up for England at the World Cup 2026 tournament, which is a very, very important priority tournament for Marc Guehi. And during these discussions, it was emphasized to Guehi's representatives that any potential move to Liverpool would require patience before a deal could be finalized. And his actual stats are pretty high, as you can see if you compare his stats to other centre backs in Europe's top 5 leagues. He's in the top 20% for most of the statistics, like blocks, non-penalty goals. In tackles, he's also pretty high, top 27% as well. And shot creating actions, he's very active, top 12%, which is really, really impressive. And Marc Guehi was linked with a £60 million transfer move last season to Newcastle, but Newcastle ultimately failed to get the money together for him, and now his price will be around 40 to 45 million pounds. Liverpool are confident that they could get him for this amount or maybe even less. Chelsea has a 20% sell-on clause, interestingly, after his £18 million move to Crystal Palace in 2021, and this means that Crystal Palace will be tough negotiators, because any money that they get, 20% has to go to Chelsea. And securing him would not only plug a potential gap created by Kwanza's sale, but it will improve the standard of Liverpool squad, because Marc Guehi is a much more experienced and much better Premier League proven defender. Kwanza is still a youngster and he doesn't have as much experience and as many skills as Guehi, and he also is a homegrown, so that makes him an attractive proposition to the Liverpool hierarchy. And Marc Guehi himself would absolutely love to sign for Liverpool. This Liverpool transfer is his priority, and Liverpool are wasting no time pushing ahead with the negotiations. So Liverpool will try to offer 30 million, Crystal Palace will ask for 50 million. So in the end, probably we will meet in the middle for 45 million. And according to Liverpool sources, Liverpool are in talks with Crystal Palace. Personal terms with the player himself are close to being finalized. The former Everton CEO said it would be a no-brainer for Liverpool if they can get hold of him. All the noises coming out of the players' camp are that he's keen to go, and yes, it's going to be a good signing for Liverpool, and I think it will go through. That's what the former Premier League CEO said. And this will not only increase the squad depth, it will also increase reliability and consistency. And Liverpool's ambition this summer has been evident with the arrivals of Wirtz, Kerkez, Frimpong, Armin Peci, Mamadashvili. Liverpool are trying to strengthen the team as much as possible with smart value for money signings, and Richard Hughes appears to be putting Liverpool in a position to dominate both the Premier League and to dominate in Europe as well. And remember, when Van Dijk moved from Southampton to Liverpool, it was a transformative signing as well, and this signing would be fantastic for Liverpool. And if Liverpool sign Marc Guehi, then we would have Konate, Van Dijk and Guehi, three very reliable, proven Premier League quality, top quality centre-backs. So Liverpool would be set for next season. Liverpool would have one of the most complete squads in Europe. And this could be one of the signings of the summer. You are talking about a player who has just come off a top-level international tournament in the Euro 2024 tournament. He's Premier League proven and he has bags of potential. He's only 24 years old. For a centre-back, he's entering his prime years, and he's strong, he's calm on the ball, he's positionally intelligent, and he would absolutely thrive in Arne Slot's high pressing system. So he is a strong candidate to join Liverpool, and this is what Fabrizio Romano said about this transfer. Marc Guehi at Crystal Palace remains a strong option on the list for Liverpool, not the only one for sure, but one of the preferred options for Liverpool. Then obviously the player wants his guarantees about getting playing time. The price with Crystal Palace, with the player out of contract in 1 year, is also going to be an important topic. But there are already some conversations ongoing for Marc Guehi, so for sure he's one of the strong candidates to become a Liverpool player next season. And Kwanzaa's transfer, the 34 million transfer, which pretty much covers almost the whole Marc Guehi transfer fee as well. And also, of course, Konate's contract expires next summer. So Liverpool definitely need to sign a centre-back, and we need to sort out Konate's contract as well. Marc Guehi scored 3 goals and got 2 assists in the Premier League, and he created 5 goal-creating actions. He played 3,000 minutes, only missed 4 Premier League games, so he was very, very reliable. And journalist Lewis Steele has said that while the £30 million initial bid will probably be rejected, Crystal Palace would be forced to accept a £40 million package for Marc Guehi, including add-ons, because he only has 1 year left on his contract. And Stefan Borsen also thinks that Konate could depart this summer if he doesn't sign a new contract. Then Liverpool might sell Konate. Then we need 2 more centre-backs, not just 1. If Liverpool get the opportunity to sell Konate, they would be open to it. From what I hear, there hasn't been much progress in his contract talks, and they would rather make money on him now rather than let him go for free, because Liverpool got burnt by the Trent Alexander-Arnold contract saga as well. Liverpool have got a few concerns about Konate because he has got a mistake in him. They got away with a few last year because of their position so far ahead of everyone else on the table, but that won't always be that way. If Liverpool want to win the Champions League, that sort of thing, they can't afford that. They can't afford a centre-back who makes a crucial mistakes in a big game, because that could cost you the whole Champions League campaign. It's a hard thing to accept because Konate is a good player, but they feel that maybe Liverpool can upgrade on him. If they can go out and get a replacement like Marc Guehi, for example, it's something they are going to explore to improve their starting 11. And if teams came in for Konate, they are going to listen to those offers. Ideally, Liverpool would like Konate to sign a new contract, but then they will have a decision to make about who is going to start. But if he doesn't sign, then Liverpool definitely want to move Konate on. So that's an interesting debate as well. What do you do with Konate? If you can't sort out his contract before August, do you put him on the transfer list? Do you try to sell him? Let me know what would you do if you were in charge of Liverpool in the comments below. And I also wanted to highlight what Liverpool chairman Tom Werner said about Florian Wirtz and spending £116 million on one player. He said, FSG do not meddle in those kind of decisions. We have full confidence that Richard Hughes and Arne Slot are being extremely careful, and that if they bless something or recommend something, then we are going to support that. There was a lot of noise last year that we didn't go out and sign somebody for 100 million, but Arne Slot felt the right thing to do was work with the squad he had. He also feels it is the right thing to do now to bring in some fresh faces, and if Wirtz is half the talent that the media and the analysts say, then it will be the right decision. It is exciting, and I hope in a year we can say it was the right decision. I hope so. The only thing that could derail is Wirtz transfer if he gets a long injury, but hopefully he will be fit for the whole season, because then surely he will show his qualities. And Liverpool's options are totally new and changed for next season, especially in the attacking game, because Frimpong and Kerkez alone gives Liverpool real options, both wide and centrally, for ball progression, and Wirtz just goes everywhere, and he replaces and even upgrades the creativity of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Even if there are no further signings, and there probably will be further signings by Liverpool, it's a serious looking team to defend the Premier League title. As you can see, Frimpong and Kerkez could bomb forward. Wirtz could supply the balls to the striker, either Jota or Luis Diaz or Salah or Gakpo or whoever plays on the wing. And of course Liverpool need a third centre back, and I expect it will be Guehi, and then Nunez, Elliott, and maybe Robertson also leave, so there will be gaps in the squad. But if this is the type of template that Arne Slot is working to build and then build around, it is a very promising one and a very attacking one. And the newest update from Matteo Moretto is that Andrew Robertson to Atletico Madrid has been discarded. Now they are in talks with Atalanta's left back to be signed by Atletico Madrid. So it looks like Robertson is no longer an option. Robertson didn't really want to leave Liverpool. Maybe that's a factor as well. And if Bayern Munich can't sign Nico Williams or Jamie Gittens, then Cody Gakpo is the third option for them, and they are interested in Luis Diaz. And talking about Luis Diaz, Liverpool's interest in renewing Luis Diaz's contract seems to have disappeared, according to Pipa Sierra, South American journalist with close ties to Luis Diaz's camp. His continuity at Liverpool is not guaranteed, and according to sources close to Luis Diaz, this is not the first time such a situation has occurred, because Luis Diaz wanted to extend his contract probably for a year or two. So that has only deepened Luis Diaz and his camp's frustration. Both the player and his inner circle are struggling to understand Liverpool's approach and recent decisions regarding his future. And that's probably because Luis Diaz is on £55,000 per week, which is very low, even for Premier League standards. Most left wingers at big clubs earn a lot more than that in the Premier League, but probably Luis Diaz wants something like £200,000 per week if he sees Salah earning 400, Van Dijk earning 350, Florian Wirtz earning like 230, 250, then Luis Diaz wants to be on £200,000 per week. And Liverpool don't want to give a 29-year-old Luis Diaz with an uncertain future big contract like that. So maybe this is the perfect time for Liverpool to sell him. But let me know, would you sell Luis Diaz if you had the chance? I think it all depends on the money. If somebody offers like 40 million, no. If it's 50, 60, maybe even 70 million, I would definitely sell Luis Diaz. But then the big question is, who do you bring in? Malik Fofana at Lyon is a very exciting prospect. He would cost maybe half as much. And if you keep Gakpo and bring Fofana in instead of Diaz, I think that would be long-term a very good solution for Liverpool, because Liverpool save a lot of money by doing that, because Malik Fofana would probably cost half of what Luis Diaz cost. And it's actually a good thing that a lot of clubs are interested in Luis Diaz now, not just Barcelona, but Bayern Munich and also Saudi clubs as well. So that competition would probably make Luis Diaz's transfer fee go a little bit higher. And I also wanted to praise FSG and their transfer strategy, because FSG have finally stepped off the sidelines and they have taken ownership of what they have built at Liverpool. And the timing could not be more perfect. Liverpool just winning the Premier League title with pretty much the same squad as we had in Jurgen Klopp's last season. And Liverpool's resurgence under Arne Slot has been more than tactical. It has been financial as well. And it gives Liverpool a lot of leverage winning the Premier League title in Arne Slot's first season, because that added nearly £100 million in prize and broadcast money, and the Champions League revenue as well. That's almost 100 million as well. And now Liverpool have a 61,000 seater stadium as well, which sells out every week. So Liverpool have even more revenue coming in from ticket sales. And Liverpool's spending, closing in on £200 million, feels bold, but it's not reckless. It's calculated, structured, and based on a model that finally accepts what Liverpool have become. Signing elite players like Wirtz, Frimpong reflects ambition, but it reflects capacity as well. Liverpool can now afford to make these moves, and more importantly, they have the infrastructure to make them count. This is not a case of throwing money to fix holes. It is about reinforcing a foundation that is already strong. It is Man City-like in its mentality, not because it mimics their methods, but it shares the same level of intent. That Liverpool want to be top dogs. We want to dominate English and European football. And FSG, of course, have been accused of playing it too safe, but they are now engaging in a kind of financial assertiveness that has been years in the making. FSG have always valued sustainability and risk management, and that prudence served Liverpool well. It helped Liverpool rise from the ashes of mid-table mediocrity to become European champions, twice Premier League winners, first under Jurgen Klopp and now under Arne Slot. But now we are seeing a shift, not in principle but in application. FSG have not abandoned their commitment to sustainability, they have evolved it. They have recognized that investing in peak years of elite players can deliver a greater long-term return than simply just flipping undervalued talent for profit. Wirtz is not being signed to be sold in a few years. He's being signed so that Liverpool win. And there is value in resale, yes, but the greater value now lies in winning trophies and getting into the Champions League regularly, competing for the Champions League, potentially winning it as well, and in global reach, and also being present at the top of the table at football year in, year out. That's the most lucrative financially as well. And this is a crucial step philosophically as well. It signals that Liverpool are not just planning for balance sheets, but they are planning to finish on the podium regularly in the top three and hopefully winning multiple Premier League titles. So this financial model has matured, and it is no longer based on what Liverpool can afford to risk, but what it can afford to achieve. So what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinion. I think FSG have evolved and matured Liverpool financially so well that now we can afford to spend 300-400 million pounds in the summer transfer window without actually breaking any rules, without going into debt. And that's a really smart strategy by Liverpool, how we built up our revenue over time so we can afford to do this. I'm really excited for the future, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.